What happens when the hands meant to save your life learn how to end it instead? When healing knowledge becomes a silent weapon. This is not a story that shocks and fades. It stays. It aches. It leaves scars. Imagine placing your life in someone's care, trusting them with your pain, your breath, your heartbeat, only to discover that trust was the very thing that betrayed you. What you are about to hear is more than a tale of crime or headlines. It is a deeply human story, where love dissolves into suspicion, faith turns into fear, and the line between protector and predator disappears. Stay with this story, because once it unfolds, it refuses to let go before we step into the truth of what happened. One small thing. If stories like this grip you, if you are drawn to mysteries that don't just entertain, but linger long after the screen goes dark, then make sure you are a part of this community. Hit the like button so this story reaches others who crave real, unsettling narratives. And subscribe to the channel, because every week we uncover stories where secrets hide in plain sight, and trust is never what it seems. Now, take a breath. In a quiet corner of Bengaluru, there lived a woman whose hands were trained to heal skin, soothe scars, and restore confidence. She was young, brilliant, and respected a dermatologist with a future that seemed carefully mapped out by ambition and hope. To her family and colleagues, she was a life in motion, moving steadily toward something greater. Then one April morning in 2025, that movement ended. Her death arrived wearing the mask of misfortune. A sudden medical collapse, they said. A tragedy without blame. Grief settled in, heavy and unquestioned, and the world began to move on. But truth is patient. It waits. As days stretched into months, the silence cracked. Small details, once ignored, began to scream. What seemed natural no longer felt so. What felt accidental started to look deliberate. This was not the story of a body failing. It was the story of a life taken, and the cruelest revelation came last. The danger had not come from the shadows, but from beside her. From the one she trusted most. From the very hand sworn to heal. In May 2024, Dr. Kruthika and Dr. Mahendra Reddy were married, and to the world, it seemed perfect. She was ambitious, brilliant, and full of dreams. He was a respected surgeon, calm, confident, trusted by colleagues and patients alike. Together, they looked unstoppable. But perfection can hide a fracture. Soon, whispers began. Small cracks in the surface of their life turned into tension. Requests for money to fund a private hospital became arguments. Rumors of another woman floated quietly through the family. The love everyone saw was only a mask. Behind the smiles and celebrations, something was quietly unraveling. What began as hope and love was twisting into obsession, secrecy, and something far more dangerous. What looked like a dream was quietly becoming a nightmare. On April 21st, 2025, Dr. Kruthika Reddy complained of stomach pain. Her husband, Dr. Mahendra Reddy, a surgeon she trusted, insisted he was helping, administering medication through an IV. In the quiet of their home, Safel week. The next day, he brought her to her parents' house, saying she needed rest. But that night, he returned. The four appeared again. By morning, Kruthika was found unresponsive, rushed to the hospital, and declared dead on arrival. The world called it unexplained, unnatural. Not murder, but her sister refused to let silence stand. Someone had to uncover the truth hiding in the shadows. The truth doesn't stay buried for long. When post-mortem was finally done, the doctors found something chilling. Propofol, a powerful anesthetic, coursed through Kruthika's body, a drug meant for hospitals, not homes. This was no accident. This was deliberate. Investigators pieced together the signs, the IVs at home, the unexplained doses, the careful manipulation of evidence. Every detail pointed in one direction. And then, 6 months later, the walls of secrecy began to crumble. Dr. Mahendra Reddy, the man she had trusted most, was arrested, a healer turned suspect. His own knowledge of medicine had become the weapon of murder. What was meant to save her life had taken it instead, and in that moment, The family's quiet grief erupted into a storm demanding justice. The investigation uncovered a trail that was impossible to ignore. In the quiet of their home, police found the tools of a healer. Cannulas, syringes, forceps, transformed into instruments of death. Forensic tests confirmed the unthinkable. Toxic anesthetic chemicals coursing through Kruthika's body. Chemicals meant only for controlled hospital use. The evidence painted a portrait of betrayal. Mahendra allegedly admitted to administering the deadly doses himself, using the very knowledge that once promised to save her life. Then came the messages, chilling, intimate, and damning. Words from Mahendra to another woman that seemed to confess the unthinkable. I killed my wife for you. Every detail, every piece of proof, whispered the same truth. The hands trained to heal had been used to destroy. Beneath the surface of their marriage, tensions had been quietly building, like storm clouds gathering before a sudden downpour. Family and investigators pieced together a complex web of pressures and secrets. Arguments over money, clashing dreams, and hidden health concerns created a fragile, volatile bond. Mahendra had ambitions of his own. A private hospital he longed to build, money he wanted, plans he believed were being blocked. And then there were whispers no one wanted to hear. A possible relationship outside the marriage, late-night messages, hints of a life hidden from her. Every small betrayal, every unmet expectation, every simmering frustration stacked against them. The picture that emerged was chillingly clear. This was not a tragic accident. It was deliberate. A life ended by someone who knew exactly how to use his knowledge, his skill, and his trust to kill. It shows how fragile trust can be. The people we lean on, the ones we believe will protect us, sometimes the greatest danger can come from them. Love and closeness do not make someone immune to betrayal. It also reminds us that knowledge and skill are medical expertise, intelligence, or authority can save lives, or take them. Power without conscience can be deadly. And above all, no one is untouchable. No matter how respected, trained, or trusted, everyone is accountable for their actions. Justice may move slowly, but truth has a way of surfacing. In the shadows of this story, we are left with one haunting reminder. Vigilance, courage, and ethics matter. Always. If there's one thing this story teaches us, it's this. Truth has a way of coming out, even if it takes time. Kruthika didn't get justice immediately, but her family's persistence ensured her story was heard. And now, the world knows a healer can become a threat, but justice will always fight on. If you found this story eye-opening, hit like, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and let me know in the comments what part of this case shocked you the most. Stay curious, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next video.